Hey everybody, this is Giancarlo Alino reporting for Sportskeeda MMA, and I'm happy to be joined by my guest today, who's become a rising star in PFL MENA. He is Mohammad Alaqraa. How you doing, Mohammad?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you, brother?
I'm doing great. And Mohammed, this is an exciting time because PFL MENA was brand new this year. You got a chance to compete on that opening card there, PFL MENA 2 regular season. You got a great win there, TKO finish.
Yeah.
What was your experience like competing on that first event there in Saudi Arabia?
Honestly, it was the first thing. I think this is the first time I get like big crowds from back home, from Kuwait, because Riyadh is like really close to Kuwait. It's like 5 hours drive. So I had too many people from my country who drove all the way to Riyadh to see me fighting. And honestly, I was surprised because usually when I go fight, I don't have that, you know, attention or that like people around me, but it felt so good. Also, PFL MENA treated me really well, so it was fun.
And that's an interesting thing you brought up there because like the 5 hour drive, I spoke to like a few other fighters and based in
Yeah.
Canada too. When they have family members come, like sometimes it gets them a little bit nervous. Did you feel a little bit more nervous when you had like family
Not
members in town?
nervous, but I enjoy it, bro. You know, I love this game so much. So when I will give you an example. When you work on something, whatever it is, so hard, and you know how good it is, you want to show it to the world, right? So it was the same thing with me. It's like I know how good I am. Right now, you guys gonna see how good I am. So it's kind of like that.
That's great. And like this coming fight, September 20th, you return to
Yeah.
the cage here, PFL MENA in Riyadh. And just curious, like, is a quick turnaround difficult for you as a fighter, or do you prefer these like shorter layoffs in between fights?
I prefer longer, to be honest. So I get more time to like stay with my family. Usually the fighters, our camp is like outside the country. So right now my camp is in Dagestan, Makhachev, Russia, and I had to only like spend maybe 5 6 days with my family, and thank God, alhamdulillah, I didn't have any injury from my last fight, so it was like really fast for me to get back in shape and get ready for the camp. But it was okay. I mean, in this tournament, you just gotta make sure you don't get injuries. You make sure you train really smart, and so you can keep going in this tournament.
And how has your body adapted after that fight? Because you had the TKO win. Did you take maybe like a day or two off, or did you want to get back
uh,
as soon as possible?
usually you cannot actually train hard or get punished until like a week after the fight. So I took like 7 days off, just spend time with my family, eat a lot, try to eat as much as you can, because you're not gonna eat that for the next 2 weeks. But I only took 1 week off. Then I went to Thailand, worked on my striking, the striking techniques over there, Muay Thai. And from there, I flew to Russia and continued my camp here.
Now, in this weight division you're in now, is that like your usual weight, or because it's a
Yeah,
tournament, are you competing at a heavier weight?
yeah. Usually I walk around, let's say 90 kilo, in my off season. And when I start training hard, I go to maybe 87 kilo, 88 kilo. So that's my weight. But I follow, I have a dietitian who give me like, whatever I eat, what should I take, supplements, everything. And I hate it, to be honest, because food is like, everyone loves food, right?
Yeah.
But I just follow whatever he gives me, and it makes my workout so much easier.
That's great. And we found out that you're going to be competing against a different opponent. Your original
Yeah.
opponent, Badruddin Diani, fell out of
Mhm.
the fight here. So is it difficult when you have to change your opponent so soon like that?
I remember one time, bro. I was talking to Islam Makhachev, and he told me, "It's like, brother, you wanna be the best. You gotta prove whoever in front of you, right? So this is my dream. I want to be the best fighter in the world, and I do believe I'm there. I just right now to just gotta prove it, right? So whoever is my opponent doesn't matter because I want to be the best. So good.
It's a great mindset to have too. And
Yeah, yeah.
in this PFL MENA, like after this, do you have like any interest in going to the PFL regular season next year? Like they even have Bellator. Like Is this a format you prefer in the regular season?
In my mind, I want to be the best in the world, right? But how to do that? You gotta first be the best in your region, right? So I gotta be the best in the Middle East. I am the best in the Middle East, but I gotta prove that by getting that belt. So when I get that belt, we're gonna talk with my coach and see what's next.
Leaving a little hint there. I like it. Keeping us in suspense. And just like speaking on your career, like
Yeah.
you're still very young in the sport. Like what was the thing that inspired you to get into MMA?
Uh, I wanted to be not good, but in the top at something. So when I was young, I used to wrestle a lot in the street. When I used to go to the school, for example, like during the break, we would like gather me and my friends and be like wrestling each other, just grappling each other, and that took me to judo. Actually, was my first sport. I started in judo, then I got this inspiration from like UFC, uh, all these cameras on these fighters. They follow them everywhere. Everyone know these fighters. Then I was like, I love judo, but MMA is different. Then I took that step to MMA. But in the same time, I knew if I stayed in Kuwait, I wouldn't be the best. Not to say we don't have good MMA, but you need to stay in a good environment that will carry you to the top. So that's why I was like, okay, what's the best gyms around? I saw options, but AK was that one because in the past we had Luke, we had DC, Khabib, Islam. Islam was coming up, but Khabib was there. So I was like, okay, I want to go there to AKA. Then I moved from Kuwait to the US, California, San Jose, when I was like 17 years old. So we continued from there.
And do you remember what your first experience was like at AK? Because I can imagine that could be
Yeah,
like a
bro,
little
they
nerve wracking
smashed
at the
me,
time.
man. They
Yeah.
smashed me so bad, and I hated that. It's just like I hate to when I start sparring there, the first sparring, because not anyone can just go there and train with professional, right? So Coach Khabib Mendes, my mentor, my coach, he told me, "Who are you?" I was like, "My name is Mohammad Alaqraa, I'm from Kuwait." Blah blah blah. He's like, "Okay, go to the cage. Let's see you." And I remember that guy smashed me like in the wrestling, because okay, I was able to strike with him, but when he took me down, I was like, why I cannot get up? Why I cannot do what I want to do? Why I cannot punch this guy? So I was like, I gotta learn. Then I started like going to the normal classes, the like normal for the average people. Then I started learning from them, learning. But in my mind, I knew that feeling when someone take you down, like it's just like you cannot do anything. I was like, okay, I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna be the best grappler. So the level I'm at right now, the grappling level that people talk about, is like your grappling is really good. That's because I worked on it a lot. And especially when you grapple with really good guys, and they make you feel that way. You know how it feels to your opponent. You know when you take them down, smash them. You know how they feel. So it was a long journey, man. It was a long journey, and I love every second of it.
And did you were you training with Habib when he was still fighting, or was this
Yeah, yeah,
after
yeah,
Habib
yeah.
retired?
I think I started training with him when he was like top 10 or something in the UFC. So when he was like coming up until, bro, I'll tell you something, okay? Me seeing Habib Islam becoming champion, bro, it's amazing. Like because you train. Okay, this is the thing about this game. You train hard, but there is no guarantee you're gonna be a champion, right? There's no guarantee. It's not like I'll come to you. I'll be like, hey, bro, if you do this, I will give you 100. It's guaranteed, right? But in this game, it's not guaranteed. But when you work the same as these fighters do, and you see them becoming a champion, you're like, I'm on the right track. You know what I'm saying? Especially when Islam won the title, because when Islam won the title, I was already professional. I used to like spar him. I used to grapple with him. So it was different than Khabib, you know, because Islam is like, I sparred him more, you know. Then when I saw him becoming a champion, bro, I couldn't sleep that day. I swear I couldn't sleep that day because it's just as soon as I close my eyes, I think about me in Islam's shoe. I'd be like, shit, that's fun. I want that. You know what I'm saying?
And Islam too, like we've seen his rise in the UFC, incredible, and just even him becoming now arguably the top pound for pound fighter in the world. Like you're seeing him day to day, aka like
Yeah.
what are those like sparring sessions like when you're in there with Islam and he's a champion and he has that recognition?
Honestly, it gives you more confidence. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever Islam or Khabib or any AKA fighters, okay? Even right now, I train at Abdul Manab gym, you know your opponent doesn't have that grappling, doesn't have that striking, you know. So when you do something here, you know it's gonna work there for sure at the fight. I don't care where my opponents they train, but they're not at the best gyms in the world.
And like you see it's working now because everyone at AKA like they have this lineage of champions now. Usman Nurmagomedov champion, and he's going to be defending his title tonight as we're recording this. Have you trained with Usman?
In my opinion, Usman is the most talented fighter in the world. This guy is so talented. This guy is really talented. He know what he's doing, and he's very smart with it, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Like I've been hearing also everyone in your gym, like Javier Mendez say this, Daniel Cormier, like do fans really get that kind of? Do you think it's because he's not in the UFC that he doesn't get that recognition, or you think people are going to realize
they don't understand it? You know, this is the thing about I would say the public, you know, because at the gym we know who's good and who's not, you know, but because the lights are not at them yet, people think they're not that good yet. You know what I'm saying? Like we have some fighters at the gym. They're really good. We know they're good, but people won't believe it until they see it. In the past, when people they're talking about Islam, he doesn't deserve title. Umar, he doesn't deserve title. When Umar smashed his opponent last fight, now they're saying like, yeah, he deserved title. We all knew he deserved the title, you know, because we saw him in the training sessions. We saw him everywhere. So, you know, in this game, it's all a matter of time. You just gotta work hard, work hard, patient. Brother, you're gonna get what you want. Just relax, patient, hard work. You're gonna get where you want to go.
And what are your thoughts on like the pound for pound debate all the time? Like I know Dana White brings up that, you know, Jon Jones still should be considered that over Islam because of his recognition. Like what do you think of that when you hear that?
Well, Islam is my brother, you know. I would say Islam for sure. And how many times did Islam defend his title this year, last year? He's so active. When Jon Jones fought, you know, his last fight. This is what I'm saying. You're like, do you want just okay, I would say, do you want just me to fight once a year and you're going to consider me pound for pound fighter? Or you want to stay active and smash my opponent and show you that I'm the best in my division or all divisions? I mean, I do believe Islam is a pound for pound fighter for it.
Interesting. Like hopefully Dana White, I know he likes to talk about that, but I think a lot of fans agree with you there. And I just want to ask you, like for fans that are going to be tuning into PFL MENA for the first time, maybe not familiar with your fighting style, how would you describe your fighting style to fans tuning into the first time?
I'm the best grappler in the Middle East. When I take someone down with my pressure, he hates every second of it. I can tell you. I learned this from Khabib. I learned this from Cain Velasquez. Cain Velasquez is monster, bro. He's a shark, man. He just pushes the pace 100%. Look at my last fights, my last 6 fights. Did I just any of these fights took it easy, like low pace fight? No. My fights they're always hard pace. Push it, take them down, smash, push them down, smash. They defend once, twice, doesn't matter. I'm gonna keep coming until I take you down. You wanna defend for one, then my takedowns once, twice, 3 times, doesn't matter. You're gonna go down.
And just even to give our listeners and viewers here at Sportskeeda MMA get to know you a little bit better. What is it like? Do you have any other sports other than MMA? Like when you want to wind down a little bit, do you watch any other sports?
Brother, this sport, the one you have there.
Soccer,
Football,
football. Sorry,
man.
yeah.
I love football, man. I honestly, it's like I wanted to be a football player, but I'm not that good at football. Yeah,
No.
I'm a good fan. You know, I do play a bit, but not in a professional league. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a huge fan of Real Madrid. Huge fan.
Real Madrid, yeah. So do you
Huge fan.
Mbappe now going to Real Madrid?
I'm,
You like that move?
oh, I love it, but I hope he do something, man. He only scored once right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, this is a fun.
twice. Two
Yeah,
goals, 2 goals. Yeah.
this is a fun debate too because like with Real Madrid, Barcelona, yeah, everyone knows the El
Yeah,
Clasico.
but yeah, but I
Ronaldo
do.
or
Yeah, but I
yeah,
do remember in the past, Real Madrid had this like the golden team,
yeah.
the R9, Roberto Carlos, whatever. But we didn't do anything. So when like too many stars come into one team, it's like you don't know what could happen. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think where are you on the debate on Cristiano Ronaldo and Leo Messi?
But okay, I'll show you something. Hold on. Look at here, bro.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that settles
I
it.
cannot say more, bro. I cannot say more, bro.
And have you seen? This might be like a question there because I know he's at events. There, have you seen Ronaldo pop up at any of the events there?
I wish, man. No.
Nah. Maybe we gotta get him to the PFL. Mbappe has been in there. We gotta see Ronaldo.
I hope he show up. I swear, I will do the C when I win. But it's just
Maybe.
it's just like my family. They're all Barcelona fan. They don't. My father, my brothers, my uncles, all of them. It's like I'm the only Real Madrid fan. Don't tell me why, bro. I have no idea. Like this is how it happened. So when Real Madrid versus Barcelona happened in my house, or my father's house actually, bro, you're gonna see me like sitting in the corner, just waiting. But when Real Madrid score, I cannot like be happy, you know, because they're all gonna look at me, stare at me, you know what I'm saying? But it's just Real Madrid and Cristiano Ronaldo, whatever. It's just I feel like I get more a bit like motivation, inspiration from them, especially the hard work. I love you to take something from everything, So when I watch like Real Madrid, how they play until the last minute, they keep fighting, they score. It just gives you different feeling,
Definitely there. Maybe after you win, you can do the the celebration.
Dude,
Ronaldo will
right?
see it, and PFL can make
Okay,
that happen.
I promise I'll do that.
And before we wrap up here and let you go, Mohammed, how can our viewers here at Sportskeeda MMA stay up to date with everything about your career and follow you on social media?
They can follow me on social media. My Instagram is mo_a as an apple, L as letter, A as an apple, Q as a queen, al-ak, yeah, mo_al-ak. And that's my social media. On all platforms, Twitter, or you want to call it X, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you want to call it.
Highly recommend that follow, and I appreciate you sharing your time and coming on here at Sportskeeda MMA. Wish you all the best, and hopefully we'll see that Ronaldo celebration.
No, you're going to see it, brother. Don't worry about that. But thanks for having me, brother. Thanks for having me, and good talking to you, man.